Hey guys, it's me, Art by Diana Myers. This is Paint and Create, Thursday nights, 7 o'clock every week. And every week I try to do something a little different. And kind of the way I teach, I like people to try different things. And today, we are doing some palette knife pumpkins. But I'm not doing them just on this piece of wood. I did this last year. I did several of them. I'm buffering, I'm sorry. A little ATC group, artist trading cards, so I'm going to do a few of them. You can see these little, you make them on actually playing cards, you can see them. So we're doing some that size, and then we're going to do some like for bookmarks. But you could do them on anything. I'm going to do a little canvas one too, so just to show you what to do. And if you've never been here before, I've been doing art painting I was an oil painter like 20 years, over 20, I think. I've been an artist for over 40, a hairdresser, a mother, a teacher now for like 7 or 8. Taught at Painting with a Twist. I've had shows, I saw my work, done all kinds of stuff. So now I'm teaching online. I'm 68, so it's kind of my little extra income, but I love art and I love painting. And we do a little multimedia. I think we're going to do some next week or something we did last year too. I do like some fancy stuff too, but right now the people that I'm teaching are like, they're acrylic painters, but they struggle with their painting. They need a little inspiration and they need confidence. They need to try some different things on their artistic journey, which I kind of encourage. So if you follow along, if you want to go over to my free group, I have a paid group and a free group. Let me put the link up. Usually I can just put it up before, but lately it's telling me I have to do it during the class. So I'm going to put now, see if it comes up. I have to hit the done button like 17 times. Oh, it says, okay, it's up, see? Weird, right? I don't know. Anyways, let's get this started. I'll wait for some of the people to show up. Like I said, Art by Diana Myers, and I've been doing this quite a while. I enjoy it. I'm on 7 o'clock Thursday nights here. Hey, Lori. And 4 o'clock on Saturdays in the free group, which I just put up there. And then I also recently, there's been a lot of Facebook changes, which is a long story. We want to get into it, but they want us to do our own storage. So I store everything now over on Diana Myers at the Artsy Rose over there too. Or Diana Myers 899. I got over 100 videos there, and believe me, I got a lot more. The private ones are separate, but there's a lot of stuff in there. There's one I got to figure out. Laura, you got to let me know which one was where there was no sound. I would rather we do. She suggested that I do a voiceover, but it's like an hour long. I don't know if we can do that. It probably can. Anyways, so there's over 100 on it. I just did my second live. I did a painting on my easel out there, dining room, great room. So that's something else we're going to be doing. So in the meantime, let's just get us started. I know you don't want to sit around and listen to me talk. People are busy, busy, busy. Actually, there's another one too in the other room. Let's put him up. And let me see if I can get you guys up on the, my iPad so I can talk to you guys while we're working. If it's going to cooperate, let me see. Should say live, right? There I am. There I am. All right, so we're going to do a little palette knife work, nothing fancy. Just to kind of a little introduction. Nobody's ever done it. I do a lot of my bigger paintings they're brushwork, but they're also a lot of my big ones are palette knife. Now I just grabbed some palette knives. This little plastic one will work great. These are from the Dollar Tree. It's really dirty. I'm sorry. And this one. This is my favorite one. It's warped. It's beat up. It's all broken, just perfect. The loose thing that used to come loose on it is now just like shellacked onto it. But I did a little this. I've had this for a while. This is a Wendy's knife. And these little perforations gives the coolest little texture. So those are just some options for that. And then I had a little flat brush and a little round brush. So let's start the first one on a canvas. Now you don't have to do this up and down. This is actually a square piece of wood. You can actually do it on anything. you're just basically looking to make a shape, and then you're looking to make a, I like a nice long stem. Now, some people want a perfect stem, do a perfect stem. But to make it look a little abstract, you need to, you know, have some different colors, and obviously, and something that's going to just kind of, you know, you can just kind of slap some paint on it. You could do this, but this is the way I would do it. Now, I normally would just paint this on, but if you want a little direction, a pencil comes in handy, which I can't find one now. I went looking for one. A pencil would be good right now, but I don't have one right here. I have one. I got a whole drawer full of pens, and this week, for some reason, there's not. I had one pencil. There's no pencils, and I have a box over here somewhere, but I don't want to break into that yet. Time to clean my drawers out, people. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make kind of a basic round shape, and you can do it with a pencil, or you can do it with a crayon. You can do it whatever you want. Oh, I do have those. Whatever you got. Watercolor pencil, whatever. Let me see what else I got here. I do have a little pen. So what color are we doing? We're going to do like some purples and pinks. So I got a pink Posca too. I got lots of Poscas. Just do a basic shape. You can just, like I said, you don't have to do it up and down. You can do it on the side. Let's do it on the side. And just, I would suggest making kind of a, since we're doing this off center, it's not going to be dead center, which really gives a lot of interest. So when you're doing artwork, sometimes you want to create something different. Look for interest. Don't always just do dead center and all that kind of stuff. So, which I highly recommend you don't do, because the eye kind of doesn't see anything interesting. You want a little interest in your paintings. So I'm just going to make kind of a heart shape like that. And I don't worry about the stem, because we're going to do that after. So now I want some color. I'm just going to use this little flat brush, small flat, or Filbert's flat brush. Any kind of brush will do. Small canvas, small brush. So let's do the pink one. I got some pink here. These are all Art Deco acrylic paints. You use whatever colors you want. The best thing to do is kind of put them on a palette or line up your bottles and just put colors together that look good. And I think the purple, the pink, and the orange, and the white, and the blue look good together. Kind of soupy, but I've been working on these, so I use them in another painting I did. So I'm just going to kind of just real quickly paint the base of this painting in. It's called blocking in. I'm just going to block in roughly, because you're doing kind of an abstract look, so it hasn't got to be perfect. Just get it on there. Projects while you're at it if you want to, and do them all at once. Like I would do those HECs if you're doing 5 or 6. Just line them all up, do all your pumpkins. Now let's do the background, and let's do that green. This green is actually one of my favorite greens. It's Deco Arts Bahama Blue. I use this a lot in landscapes. It gets close, but not too close. Same thing, I got kind of a flat brush here. This is a smaller canvas, so if you ain't got a flat brush, any kind of brush will do, because we don't want this perfect. Wet and dab. Never use a soaking wet brush unless you're going to flick it around and make some specks. And I'm just going to get it on here real rough like. 2 colors look good together, so that's why I did it. You can do any color you want. You know, now if you look, last year too, I was fascinated. A lot of the light colored pumpkins are in style. Light pinks, light greens, all that kind of, I mean, you don't have to do this, but I think this is kind of a good transition thing till we get to closer to Halloween, because we got 2 months yet. Then you could do more orange and black and, you know, all the purple, all the colors of the season, you know. So there you go. So I got that on. So now we're going to get the palette knife out. And what looks good with that pink? That blue I got, this dark blue, looks really good with, I know this is a mess. I keep all my project color, like all my, on this, and then I put them in a, this is a muffin tin. It's like a wet palette. I have a wet paper towel and a piece of parchment paper, and that's how I keep them wet. So, you know, I used to have one of those big, but now I just make my own. What do they call those? Wet palette. So I just want to make some lines in this. And I'm just going to take the end of this, just like it's a brush, but just the tip. And I'm going to go through and just start putting colors in. I want to darken this up a little bit right here. And we want to make our, probably should do that next. So you can, while it's still wet, if you want to scrape through with the tip, you can do this with those other things that I showed you. Hold on. You can do that with this thing. I'm going to add a little white. It has like these little perforations. This is a Wendy's. I don't know if they still give you with the potatoes, but they used to. And it gives you this like nice little scratchy texture. You could use any, actually, things like different scrapers and stuff. Bring it one. Here's, I don't have anything small, but you could use like combs. These will work too. You could have a piece of cardboard somewhere, and I cut my own out. You could use a toothbrush. Lots of stuff. Get pretty creative. Now I'm going to take the white that I had, that white brush, that little round brush I have, tiny little round brush. And I'm going to take the white, and I'm going to make like a triangle right here. Fill that in. And then you can make your, however you want to make it. I got too much water in my brush here. See what I did? It's all loopy. Looking all loopy. And you can kind of do whatever you want with it. You could put two on it even if you want to. Like that. Then I'm going to kind of work a little bit so it's not so even down into that. Pretty cool, huh? So now I want to go back to my little, you just play with my little knives here, or my little palette knife. And I'm going to add, let's see, what else can I add? That pink and blue. Let's add some of this blue into that too. Go right in here and kind of scrape in some of that. And then if you get too much paint on it, like I said, you can scrape. As long as the paint's still wet, you can come through and scrape stuff. Scrape some of this white down in here. You're not looking for perfection, but if you're going to do it like pumpkin shape, you kind of want to make your knife or whatever you're using, be it a brush, in that direction. And you can pick up your brush with, you probably want to use a tiny brush on this. Fix any way you want to fix it. Adjust it, sort of. That's what painting's all about. And I like to carry some of this color into the rest of the painting. So I'm going to finish it with the white and gold. So on this one, let's do a little bit of white around the edges. And when you're doing this like smushy thing, you take the whole painting over. So in this painting, you're only going to want to go maybe that far, where this one, I kind of did the whole knife. So you only go as far down as if you're going to edge it. I like kind of edging this a little bit. And just kind of rock it back and forth. Don't put the whole thing down. I mean, you can, but, you just want to kind of hit the edges a little bit. And you want it to be skimmy. You don't want it to hit everything. Skimmy, is that a word? I make up these words. I don't know where I come up with them. I am really sorry. My latest thing is I was calling the little curls they make. Swirly curls. How do you like that? Sounds like the name of a cookie or something, right? All right, so now I want to put some of my blue in there too. Now you could spatter this on, but I am just going to, I don't want to mess everything up over here. I've had enough messes here today. So I'm just going to kind of go through with it. I'm not going to do like the end of my brush and have all these little perfect circles. I just want it kind of spattery here. So I'm just kind of playing with the colors. And you could add a little purple. Maybe add a little purple to that shiny purple I got. Let's throw a little bit of that in too, just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. Now, the gold is what really makes it. So you can let this dry a second or not. I didn't use any thickener, so this gold that I got is pretty thick, which is good. It comes in a tube. It's the tube stuff. And I'm just going to kind of give this a little bit of life. We're also going to do a card, ATC card, artist trading card, because we trade cards. Like I said, if you go to our group and you go up to the chat area, you'll see there's a bunch of girls trading cards. We mail them to each other. Good fun. Sometimes they do it a lot, sometimes not so much. It depends on what's going on. I always give them back the end of the month, I award a little prize. Then the regular, in the group, I always do a challenge. This month, it was all kinds of tropical stuff. See, I'm not trying to do this perfect. I want it kind of broken up. I'm going to give it an abstract look. So you got a lot over there that you can do. There's a lot of things, and you'll get ideas, maybe make a few friends. If not, that's okay too. A little more gold here and there, and you could kind of bring that gold into the rest of the painting. Same thing, you kind of skim some in. Well, that's interesting, right? I think I'm going to put a little more of that blue in too. Just kind of like this. Just playing with the paint while it's still wet. So I think you got the idea. This is pretty, just eyeing it off, playing around with the knives. Get yourself a little experience with the knife. And it's relaxing. I follow this one artist, and she's got a couple things I probably teach in my classes. And she does some different exercises that help you relax. I mean, you kind of, this is one of those things I feel like when I'm playing with my knives, that I just do it, and I don't think about it too much. So that's what you got to do. So probably if you're doing something a certain way and you're not thinking about it, you're probably coming up with something, don't even know it. You're letting your brain do its thing, you know. Not overthinking it. That's what you need to do. Don't overthink it. All right, so there's another one. Now let's do ATC or card size. These, I've cut a bunch of them out. We're just going to do one. That's the size that we would glue. What they do is they glue whatever they're doing. There's all different things they do onto this card. And then they would, I have, can actually download in the guide section in our group. It's on a grippy piece of paper. You cut out, there's different things that you can put your date and your name. Or some people will use those little peel things that you get, sticker things you get in the mail. Or you can order them that go on the back with your name and address on them. So then you have a little card to trade. Now there's other groups where they actually trade cards. You put them on there and ask anybody who wants to trade, and you just tell them what you want. But in my group, we just trade. And all the addresses are in there, and you can just go in there and look, see what you want to do. So anyways, this is something they can do. So I try to make sure I got some things that they can do. So I am going to take that same pencil, because I don't know where my pencil is. I got a whole bunch in a drawer over here because I do paint parties once in a while. And sometimes I need pencils, so I buy them in bulk. And I ain't got one pencil here. Isn't that fun? So let's do this one in purple. We'll copy this one right here. No, we'll copy this one right here. Let's get a blue pen. I got a blue pen. I got a purple pen. I should probably save the purple one for that one. And let's do but you can use a colored pencil, anything to, or just paint it on if you're brave and you're getting pretty good at this, you know. Let's do this blue one. So I'm just gonna, same thing, kind of a roundish heart shape. And I want to take up a good part of this card. Well, who's on here? Anybody on here? Let me see. Card. You turn the sound down. I never know how this is going to go. It's always this one button. It doesn't. It's the iPad, I think, more than anything. Okay. Oop, I lost it again. Okay. Hit the picture. Hit the picture. Turn it on. It's always this one button. It doesn't. It's the iPad, I think, more than anything. Okay. All right, so I got the comments section, but I haven't got the sound off. Okay. Good times. Hit the picture. All right. No. All right, here we are. Hey, Lori. Hey, Cindy. It's the iPad, I think, more than anything. Starry Night, what are we talking about? All right, so I got the comments section, but I haven't got the sound off. Hold on, I got a dead leg over here. I gotta move my leg a little bit. Oh. All right. All right, so let's do a blue one now. Hey, Lori. Hey, Cindy. I gotta turn the sound off. There it goes. All right. Okay, I'm good. So I just made a little shape, kind of like almost the whole thing. It gives it kind of a little abstract, and it makes it interesting. And we're going to do one on a bookmark too. So this one I'm going to do kind of like this one exactly. I'm going to do the blue with a flat brush. These are kind of the colors this year and last year, these like blues and light pinks and stuff. So, but I think this is a nice transition pumpkins because you can put these out. It's not like, you know, dark and gloomy yet. It's getting close. Boy, I'll tell you, winter was here fast, wasn't it? Well, it's supposed to get warm again, but I guess it's not going to get warm like it was. But I think this has something to do with that storm. But I was like, one day it's 99 degrees. I'm sweating in the air. The next day I'm going, what the heck happened? My mother used to say that all the time. Winter, summer, summer, winter, summer, winter. It's just like, it just seems like it's cold and it's warm quick. At least here anyways. All right, so blue. And then rinse that out. Wipe it off. And let's do that purple. This purple I've had forever. This came from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they still make Anita's All-Purpose, but it's a really pretty shiny purple. So if you can find, I'm sure Deco Art probably makes one, but it's just so pretty. Or any kind of like purple would be good. Like I said, put them on like a palette or something, or put the jars next to each other. That's how sometimes if I can't decide, that's how I decide. Just like if you're doing painting samples for a bedroom or something. And then just kind of see what looks good together. But these seem to be the colors that are popping with me today and last year's. And you see a lot of some. All these is even selling some stuff that has very similar colors. I'm just kind of randomly putting this on here kind of wild because you want it to be a little abstract. So don't worry about making it too perfect. You want to kind of see little scrubby pieces. Well, that's drying. Maybe we'll start that bookmark. I got all different sizes here. A lot of times I have leftover. I cut it on my big thing there, my cutter. I call it my cutter. And I'll have all these straight pieces. I thought these end pieces that were there, these would be good for tags. There were several of these like this size. When I had cut out all the cards for the ATC, there was long strips left. Now I could have made these ATCs side, but I decided to leave them for bookmarks. And at the end of it, at the end of the page, there ends up always being these little square pieces. So these would be great for tags. So don't throw out your scraps, especially with the watercolor paper. You kind of want to use them. This is a little crooked. It's all right. Well, the opposite and the top in blue. So let's get the purple out. Same thing. You kind of want to do like a little bit of a heart shape on top. Little indentation. I mean, you can just do a circle too, but I kind of want to just go around and then just make a little dimple like that. I'm not worried about filling that in because the paint will get all the rest of that. Just doing this little stuff like this is very relaxing, and it gives you a lot of experience doing all this small stuff because it like you try all different things. You're not wasting a ton of canvas. You know, we'll do some big ones. I plan on doing those all for the bigger ones are all going to be on YouTube because I got to do it that way until I'm in there for a while. Then they'll use your phone. I have to do it with my laptop. Crazy, I know. Look it up. I'll make that up. So I put that on. Now, if you want to put that on a little more wild, you can do that with your palette knife. You could put it on, cover up most of the bottom, and then come through and if you got some thickener, you'll get this, like, see this little scrapey look. See a different look when you do it this way. Then while it's still wet, you come through with your knife, a little sgraffito, go right through and scrape like that. You get this little raised, cool looking little sections like that. So now let's go through and do the blue on top again. This is, like I said, this is that Bahama blue, such a pretty color. And I'm going to get as close as I can without waiting for that purple to dry. Oh, grabbed the wrong color. It's all right. It looks kind of good together. It's okay. It's okay. Our brush is drying out. It's going to dab it. Wet it and dab it. Sometimes they get dried out. You'll find the smaller brushes dry out pretty easily. Less hairs on them, you know. So just get that kind of covered. And like I said, don't make it too even. You want it to, that purple kind of worked out because it gave us a little depth in there. You can see all the little sections. Luckily, water paint or acrylic paint dries pretty quickly. There you go. Right. So let's go back over to this one. And same thing, we're going to make a little triangle. Going to take the small little detail or round brush and make a little triangle at the top of this. It's the easiest way to do it. Try it up a little bit. Now I'm going to do it with the white. Just like that. And then you can go off the top of this. You can make whatever kind of swirly cool. Swirly cute. Don't you love that word? I'm going to kind of bring it right down into here like that. Do however you want. You could even do a little bit more if you want. Get crazy. Yeah. Be brave. Now, we want to put some colors down here too, so I told you I could use your little Wendy's knife, which is a lot of fun. It has like little perforations in it to cut with, you know. Now, this is old. I don't know if they still have those in there, but I'm assuming they do. I don't know, many years ago I was doing something. I lost it for a while and I found it. Oh, I think the day before yesterday I found it. It's like, oh, there's my Wendy's knife. It just gives the best little textures, you know, little separated pieces. It's really cool. So on this one I did the darker blue, which is I think it's just a dark blue. Let me see. It's True Blue. It's a Deco Art. And you just kind of scrape with it. And you get like these little script marks. It's pretty cool. Just do the edge. Right, so now I'm going to concentrate more on the tip. They're all the way down, so you can kind of play with it. You could use a fork too, that's another thing. I've done a fork before too. We're going to be doing these ghosties later, closer to Christmas. We're going to be using texturizing paste again. And they're going to be done with a spoon. That's for the original guy that did it with a spoon. So I think you get the idea. If you get a color gets too large, get too much white, you can come back with the original blue, the light blue, and kind of put some more back in there. That's okay. You can extend it if it looks too small to you. And then we're going to have some gold in here too, but not yet. All right, so let's get I'm going to get the pointy one. And I'm going to put some gold in here too. This gold, I got just a tiny bit of this tube of gold left. I need to see if I can find some more. Deco Art makes one, but it's not the same. So I like to have them a little thick. I like the tube one. The gold just goes on better. Even like with the regular painting, because I can just dilute a little bit with some water on my brush. Just don't try to do it perfect. This is abstract. In fact, sometimes the little more screwed up it is, the better it looks. Mostly with the abstract, it's about where you put it and what looks good together. What appeals to the eye. There's a lot of other tricks to it, but it's kind of where it's at. All right, so I did that little side thing with the gold again. Now I'm going to get the white. I'm going to go through and do the whole thing with a little bit of white. I'm going to fill this out pretty good. Now I want to color up in that purple, so I'm going to take that blue, do the same thing. Toot, 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 toot. Now I sprinkled it on the first time with a wet, with the big ones, but I'm afraid it'll be everywhere. These are too small for all that splashing. I mean, you can. I'm going to put a little more gold down here. You do what looks good to you. I think it needs a little something around here. While it's still wet, you can scrape through and adjust. You guys see this pretty good? I hope you can. Can you see it good? I think you can. I think it's easier to see like on a laptop one of these small ones than it is if you're just doing more blue in here. Your phone. The bigger one, it's an iPhone, but it just was easier for me to carry in the pockets that I had. I mean, you get the big ones, you need big pockets. Well, I don't wear cargos or none of that kind of stuff. I'm too big for cargos. Yeah, I'm big enough. And I like pockets, but I like them where they're close to your body, not the kind that kind of stick out. Because man, it just makes me look like I got, you know, like you're a horse with, you know, feed packs on the side or something. I don't know what do you call them. I don't know. All right, so there you got another little abstract. Just kind of eye it off. Whatever looks good to you is probably right. There you go. Now I'm going to do this big one. And we did the same thing as the other one here. We did purple. We actually added a little pink to that. Could probably add some pink to this one too if we wanted to. Let's take and make another triangle on the top of the stem. I love a long stem. When I go like pumpkin picking, I will like look for they ain't gonna necessarily be a big pumpkin. I like kind of medium. I like the small ones. And I like a nice long stem. And if it's not long enough, I make it longer with a paper bag. Or now I use those, the brown paper you get in your Amazon things, deliveries. There you go, that's pretty cool, right? Just with plain white paint. Looks good just like that. You could leave it just like that if you wanted to. And let's get my little palette knife. Am I way too far over? Let me see. Make sure you guys can see me. Get this thing down. There it goes. It's Starry Night. Is it listed as Starry Night on there, Lori? Is it listed as Starry Night? So I'll go look in a minute. Well, before this class, I had a whole bunch of stuff I'm separating. And I needed some things for Halloween out of there. And I dumped the whole plastic bin over. It's over here all tipped over. We're adding some color. I did some white first. And I'm going to add some pink. I think that'd be pretty. All right. Add some pink. Using just the tip of the palette knife. If you get it down too far and you don't like where it's at, that's because you got it down too far. You don't want to get it down too far unless it's where you want it. Just like with a brush. The difference is with the brush, it'll collect it, but with a palette knife, it'll build up. And if you don't wipe it a lot, that buildup will get wet, and whatever color's underneath it, it'll come onto the painting. So that's why you kind of make sure you clean your palette knives, especially if you're going to do several different colors or paintings. Pink, and then I did some that dark blue, which looks really pretty. I'm just kind of following the shape of the pumpkin would be in these little scrapes I put in. And just like not worrying that it's going to be like absolutely on there 100% like you would with a brush, you know, totally. It's not. Then I want to go around the edge of this too. With white, I think. Same thing. I'm just going to do just like the tip of the palette knife. And just kind of skim. Just skim. Just sit down here. Oh. Go like this. You can adjust. Oh, it's still wet. More white down here too. Now, let's see, I want a little more color up in here too. I could add some pinks and some blues. I don't really want to do like perfect little circles, so I want them kind of random. And then we can do our gold. And we got a bunch of these. These will be in somebody's envelopes. Gold. Yeah, so I had I eat a lot of bananas with the yogurt. I do like yogurt bowls and like power bowls. I do like a scoop of vanilla protein powder with like yogurt and like a banana, some frozen fruit, whatever I got. And it's working. The protein is. I forget what I was gonna tell you. Oh, but I had a lot of bananas. You know, like I buy 4 or 5, still end up with 1 or 2. So I made banana bread this morning. It's so good. And I do this thing called banana bread. I've done it for 100 years. It's got a lot of bananas, so I can eat what I want. Just full of bananas. There you go. Kind of screwed that up, but it worked. Banana bread. It's actually an old All Recipes recipe. I got it off of Pinterest. I couldn't find it for a while, but I found it again. So I got a book started with all my recipes because my kids, I started one a while ago, and I'm not sure. I think Jacqueline's got that one, so I started another one. So I can, things I make all the time, you know. And then yesterday I did chicken corn chowder. You guys ever had that? That's pretty good too. I take, when corn's in season, I take the corn cobs and I boil them in the water after I fried some celery and carrots, onion, and then some chicken. I take a couple chicken thighs and you know, bouillon and all that good stuff, and I end up with this chicken corn chowder. I put a bunch of corn in there that I shucked off the corn cobs, and can of corn, can of cream corn, and some half and half. And let me tell you something, it's delicious. A couple bay leaves. All right, so we got another one. Isn't it cute? This is for our HEC cards. I'll take a picture afterwards. So, see, you can do any size. It's one of these things where you just, anything, a piece of wood, paper. This is wood Jim gave me. It's from last year. I just set it up on my hutch. And you can have a lot of fun doing these. You could even probably do a good sized rock with this. Did you guys see these rocks I did? I got them right here. I painted them purple. That purple? That's a white Posca pen, and then I drew the little, I seen it. I don't think it was Pinterest. I seen it somewhere. So, anyways, cute, huh? So, anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. Anybody that's got a chance, come on over and visit us. 4 o'clock on Saturdays. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of videos. The videos are only going to stay 28 to 30 days now. That's what I get a little notice every day because I've done a lot. I've been doing this 5 years. And every day I get a couple, do you want this? Do you want, because I go on and I talk to them and I show them the mail I got, their cards. And so I'm on a lot. So they're slowly, they're going to get rid of all the old stuff. I'm guessing the end of September. So the new stuff like this will be here 30 days. And then you're going to see it over on YouTube. Most of it you'll see on YouTube. The private stuff is definitely going to be on YouTube. So this stuff is all going to be kind of random, but this is really cute. So I'm going to take that over there. So it'll be here a couple weeks. At the end of the month, I almost missed a really good class I did last month by like a couple days, but I got it. So I'm going over twice a month and making sure, because I'm on here like 2, sometimes 3 days a week, and then my other class at twice a month. So that's a lot of videos. It runs about 8 to 10 videos a month. So there's a lot over there that you can watch. And a lot of it we're just talking like I'm doing now. It's not just painting, but there's a painting of some type. I've done palette knife. We've done rocks, watercolor, abstract watercolor, my jelly plate with printmaking. There's a lot of stuff in there you can just scan through. We're going to be getting here pretty soon. We're going to be getting into some, I want to do some oil crayons and pastels, which will be another class. So we haven't ever done that. So anyways, guys, have a great night. I will see you guys Saturday. I'll see my members tomorrow night, Friday, the Garden Palette. So have a great night, and I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And make art, guys. Make lots and lots of art. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.